Hi guys, bringing you another video on a respirator. This time it's the British Army S6 in a late 1970s Haversack. So we'll get the respirator out, have a look at the respirator and then the Haversack contents. So the respirator itself is just a typical British Army S6, 1969 manufactured date, and 1970, here we go, 1969 Avon. And then 1970 acceptance stamp on there. Head harness is a little stretched out unfortunately, but there we go. The earlier type of filter, I'll unscrew this if I can. I turn the respirator over, there we go. Doing everything one-handed as usual. We can have a look at the markings on here. 71. You can generally see there's the metal. The etching, the stamping into the metal on the front of the filter here. I don't know if that'll come up in the video. So the type of filter there. There's a little bit of damage to this. As you can see here, there's a slight rip in the rubber. The classic S6 design, the large nasal cup, the inflatable pad that fits around the face. So there we are. That's the respirator I have in this Haversack. As I say, this is set up for a late 70s use. So we'll move on to the Haversack now, have a look at that and have a look at the contents as well. So this is the second issue Haversack made out of nylon material. It's somewhat larger than the first issue Haversack. You've got a little pocket on the side here for the waist string, which comes round to the button on the other side here, much like the Mark 7 respirator case. It's a carry on from that and the previous design of S6 respirator Haversack. You also have a loop on the back here so it can be carried on the belt, and the external pocket which carries the decontamination kit. Number 1 Mark 1 personal, and that's basically pads with Fuller's Earth, which can be used to blot and rub off contamination. As you can see here, the instructions there: blot with the pad, then bang to release the Fuller's Earth and rub. The internals, all the other accessories are carried within the main compartment of the Haversack, which is portioned off. It's sectioned off for the various different items, so we'll have a look in here. So on the bottom right there you have a spare filter with a foam padding to hold it in place, and get that out if I can. There we go. So you've got I think this is 71 again, it's the same as the other one. Again for a late 70s Haversack. The Haversack itself, I should probably go into first, is dated 1976, as you can see there, and there's the contract number there and the NATO stock code made by Remploy, which is a factory which employed disabled workers, and they produced, you see, they produced a lot of equipment for the British Army, a lot of small personal equipment. Then in this larger pocket here, both the protector paper, which is 1976 dated 2, number 1 Mark 2 liquid 3 colour in the primary packaging there. This is the Fuller's Earth decontamination kit, number 2 Mark 1, which is just a puffer bottle full of Fuller's Earth. And finally, in these pockets here you would have carried auto injectors. I'm not sure this is necessarily the right type for the 70s, but originally, this is a training device anyway, it's not the real thing, as you can see here. And these came originally with a cap on the end here, which would have contained a pill as part of the treatment for nerve agent. These are nerve agent antidote, but this is just a training, much like EpiPens, which are given to people with nut allergies, anaphylactic shock and so on. It's exactly the same design essentially. This one's been fired, I need to reset it. But there's an example of one of those. And this pocket, there is another pocket down here this pocket here is essentially for, well, it is for the respirator spectacles. If you wore spectacles, you were given a special pair of glasses which actually clipped into the face piece. If you look above the nasal cup here, you can see the area with the little holes, 2 rows of little holes, the spectacles clipped into there, and the case fitted neatly into this pouch here. Unfortunately, I don't have a pair of those yet. I'm hoping to get some at some point. There is one last thing buried in the bottom of the Haversack as well, which is the anti-dimming outfit, which was to be used. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get this out one-handed. It's in an elastic loop. Oh no, here we go. Which is the anti-dimming outfit Mark 7, as you can see here. It is you sometimes find these with a NATO stock number on as well. This, I believe, is a 50s example, made in 56. Sorry, as you can see there, and it's essentially a return to the Mark 5 design with a cloth in one end and the compound in the other. And that was used obviously to keep the lenses from fogging up. So there we have a late 1970s setup with the S6 respirator, haversack and contents. The only thing I'm not sure about is the design of the auto injector. Other than that, I hope you found that informative and interesting. And until next time, bye for now.